everyone, it's Bolly Dits Dolly. Also, I'm Deep called Johal, but I would love for you to call me Dits. In today's video, I'm sitting at the end of my bed. I'm wearing a black turtleneck jumper. My hair is pink curled and just sits just above my shoulders. I'm also wearing red lipstick and black eyeliner. I'll be leaving descriptions of the book covers in the little bit below. I forgot what it was called, I do apologise. Please enjoy the video. To give you just a little backlog video of all of my favourite books that I've been reading. I think the best thing I've heard is that some of the recommendations and some of the things that I do quite good for their well-being, so I know that that's quite a big statement for me to say, especially in the intro of a video, but I just thought, you know what, some of these things that I do benefit me and, you know, make me feel really good, so why the fuck not? You're gonna get used to my English, I promise. I promise. Basically, I wanted to do a wardrobe, show all my burlesque bits, but I opened my drawer up and found a book. And I was like, oh, because what I do is I get a few of my books, I scatter them around our flat. I'm like, okay, I'll probably find this book again and just start reading it. And lo and behold, that happened. It's like I'm finding treasure that I've already buried. I know, it's really weird, but these are the things that I do. Eventually you're gonna see my stuff, but for now, we're gonna dive into the pages. These are my books. These are some of my books. They're very beautiful. They sound amazing, they smell amazing. I don't know about you, but I do still love a smell of a good book. I just feel like sharing knowledge is the most beautiful thing that you can do, so why not just like shake it out and spice it up? Only if you can handle the spice, okay? I don't want anybody getting any burnt tongue. I'm not in charge of your bowels. I'm going to start off by saying, yes, I have the dictionary. I have the dictionary that does not have trendy terms in it. So I don't know what people are talking about anyway. I don't know. I still don't know what Desi Girl means. It's a figment of an imagination, I suppose. I don't know. But let's just be real. I have a fascination with the dictionary because I often cannot pronounce words, and I do have, or I used to have like difficulties talking and stuff like that. I don't want to go into it. It's just I had trouble talking, okay? Again, I would just open up the dictionary, pick a word, and just learn. And maybe put it to use somewhere or just have it in my back burner of my brain. So let's start off, just pick a word. Since it's the beginning of the year, I'm gonna pick a word that, well, from the first out of the alphabet. A1, informal, imperfect condition, first rate. Abreast. Side by side and facing the same way. Keeping up, not behind. Keeping abreast of modern developments. Oh, it has the chemical elements. I already knew that. See what I mean? Constant surprises. There's a preface to the dictionary. I don't know if you knew that. Now you know. I think the only book I can personally recommend is the dictionary. Not as me being condescending, I hope, but it's just because I like to learn about new words and stuff. And for my next book, in no particular order, is In Intimate Detail, How to Choose, Wear and Love Lingerie by Cora Harrington. I'm going to read the blurb out for you. A comprehensive illustrated guide to lingerie. While many love the idea of wearing special underwear, lingerie can be intimidating. How is it supposed to fit? How do you take care of it all? Is lingerie really for me? In this beautiful and empowering guide, lingerie expert Cora Harrington demystifies intimate apparel, making it accessible to all sizes, ages and budgets, covering everything from basic bras and knickers to special occasions, shapewear, hosiery, corsets and more. This no-nonsense handbook empowers you to confidently buy, wear and care for underpinnings of your dreams. For the underpinnings of your dreams. And this book I bought at the beginning of lockdown because I wanted to dive into more about lingerie and corsets and just how we, for people who like me who are obsessed with lingerie, to kind of also understand that there's a lot of work that goes into it. And I feel like that's why I honestly feel like buying these things shouldn't be, you shouldn't be scared to kind of, you know, indulge in these sort of pieces because they're for you and they are for your body. And especially me being a curvier having a curvier frame, I often find it hard to wear certain bras, or finding bra straps that would be comfortable for me. My hips would be a bit different from this and that, and it's nothing that's a problem for me, because I feel like it's just me knowing my body, knowing that maybe certain lingerie sizes and lingerie don't fit in a certain way because of its material, and these are things that you wouldn't think you need to dive into to fully understand. If you've ever seen a celebrity wear a particular style of lingerie and stuff like that, and you've always sort of gone, is that, say it's all in here. Book, I don't know if I've gone through this properly, as we're talking about poetry. Fragments, Poems, Intimate Notes, Letters by Marilyn Monroe. And this is edited by Stanley Butchthor and Bernard Comment. Now this book, I have written a short review on it. The reason why I wrote a short review on this is because I felt like personally this had a lot of things that people didn't really know about Marilyn, which is completely fine. It made me personally feel a lot closer to her. Not to say that I understand what she's gone through completely, but I feel like as someone who does consider mental health as like a top priority, I've never said never not read a book, but I guess looking for a Marilyn Monroe book which was all about her glamour. And this book, it's definitely pulls together the good moments she had, the bad moments she had, the things she was interested in. And I'll share one thing from this book, and that's Marilyn Monroe's personal library. Anyone who is a Marilyn Monroe fan or has ever been curious about her, I definitely recommend this book for you to read, and you will be quite astounded by her poetry. It's a very interesting way she's written, which I don't want to ruin for you. And for my final recommendation, Edwina, an unsung Bollywood dancer of the golden era by Professor Surjit Singh. Now I got this copy from Amazon, and I believe it's a self-published book. It gives you the insight of the history of the golden era, snippets of Anglo-Indian society. It gives you quite a lot of scope, as well as giving you such amazing first-person, word-for-word moments from Edwina. And I feel like it's important for me to share that with you. Kind of didn't want people to forget certain icons. If you've ever wanted to know a little bit more about Bollywood and the golden era and the dancers, and even more so some of the stars behind, and it's interesting because I've shared a few of these things with my mum. My mum, who told me that most of the movies and the songs that I loved and the sounds that I loved, there was always a singer behind who was doing that. And I found that very interesting. So that's when my curiosity started to grow. And as I got older and was obviously old enough to understand what cabaret was and this sort of society in college, I just decided to start diving into these little snippets. Just recently I've found Tupac Shakur's The Rose That Grew From Concrete. I've had this poetry collection for a very, very long time, and it's definitely one that I have been dipping in and out of just for the fact that it's such a beautiful collection. It reminds me of what love is and loss, and it gives me more of sort of a balance in my mind of just opening up and just hearing some sort of sweet words. If there's only one recommendation, try and keep at least one book of poems in your collection. But I feel like that's definitely something that's important to put on your list, not only for the lyrical, beautiful imagery that comes out of it, but also I find with myself when I'm reading fiction, non-fiction, or theory and stuff like that, I tend to get to, for me, it's like I need something that kind of separates that. And when I was doing poetry in uni, it was definitely something that helped me in many a way. If there's one thing I can definitely recommend for you, is keep a book of poems close by and enjoy reading. And I think that's it. So that's my first book review video. We'll be back with another one in maybe a few weeks. I will have a different look, which is not important. So another thing, I feel like I should just plug someone who has a book review channel, and that's the Book Nook. I am linking them below in my comments. I'm also going to update my comments with a few more things which I have on my computer, which I probably forgot to say in the video. Like I said, sharing knowledge is the most beautiful thing that you can do. That's it. We'll be back, or we'll be somewhere.